Hey everybody, we are still in Vonore, Tennessee, and now we are at the Sequoyah Birthplace Museum, and it also has part of the Trail of Tears trail here as well, I do believe. So we're gonna walk around, see what's here. We've already been inside, but you know, have to start the video. So hopefully you will enjoy everything that we've seen so far. It was very, very informative. It was only $5 to get in. She's a senior citizen, so hers was a little bit cheaper than mine. She saved 50 cents. So she got in for $4.50. So if you're ever in the area and you go to Fort Loudoun Historic State Park, just come on up the road and visit this as well. This is nice. Don't you think it's nice? Yeah. It's very well done. So now we're outside, but you're getting ready to go back inside so you can see the museum inside, and then you'll come back outside where we're at now. So we shall see you in a few minutes. Out here we have a wayside that talks about Tomatoli Ford strategic crossing. It says during the Knoxville campaign of 1863, both Union and Confederate forces used the former Cherokee Indian ford called Tomatoli. That may or may not be pronounced correctly. Also, Motley's Ford on the Little Tennessee River, a strategic location near the Unicoi Turnpike Trail, expedited travel through East Tennessee to western North Carolina and northern Georgia. On November 4th, 1863, the sides collided here as each attempted to cross the ford at the same time. Union General William P. Sanders reported that his men stopped the Confederates and captured 40 soldiers and 4 officers, while 40 to 50 were killed or drowned. The next month, Union General William T. Sherman's men crossed here as they marched through Tellico Plains to destroy the ironworks where cannonballs were manufactured. Union Colonel Joseph S. Fullerton reported from here early in 1864 that 15 Cherokees of Thomas's Legion had surrendered, claiming that they had laid down their arms and disbanded. Confederate Colonel William H. Thomas organized the 69th North Carolina Infantry, or Thomas's Legion, in 1862 to fight in the mountains and valleys of East Tennessee and western North Carolina. His men were proficient scouts, and Confederate officers used them to help round up Union bushwhackers. In mid-February 1864, Union Major Nathaniel Payne's 1st Wisconsin Cavalry left the ford to reconnoiter Tellico Plains. Payne reported, "The country is very broken. The houses are now mostly abandoned. The Hiwassee is fordable in several places. There is no organized armed force." Payne's troops captured 28 Confederate soldiers, 5 officers, 15 mules, and 4 horses. So that's a little piece of history that happened right here in this location. This is the Sequoyah Birthplace Museum. We're gonna head on in. So this is the entrance to the Sequoyah Birthplace Museum. I was gonna get that one. Come out. This is push to start.
It was around 1776, in what would become known as the Little Tennessee River Valley. Here, at the border between an ancient world and a new nation, a child was born. Sequoyah. He would become a hero, honored for his contributions to the Cherokees and to their nation. Today,
I know one thing, these mannequins are very authentic. They must have got the same people that made these to make the ones in Camden. Yes, I mean, they look real. So, I guess we might possibly go in here. She said, let's see the other thing. So this one also says push to start.
Deep in the woods, Sequoyah locked himself away, intent on creating a written language for the Cherokees, tackling a challenge that had taken other civilizations hundreds of years to achieve. But there were so many. How could anyone remember them all? Hours stretched into days. Many people thought he was bewitched. Sequoyah's wife was so fed up with it, she threw all his years of work into the fire. In the end, his daughter Ayoka proved to be his greatest ally.
Stella, can I help?
Ayoka.
Stella.
Ayoka. Sequoyah! Ayoka continued to help her father with the syllabary. Soon, they could both read and write anything in Cherokee. All that remained was convincing the rest of the tribe to join them.
They even got it on the floor. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Oh, it says that's the talking stick. So that's probably the language on there, I would guess. Oh, so this is cool. This says Sequoyah's original number in syllabary. And it says, where did I just see it? Oh, Sequoyah's signature is on the bottom right corner, which will be right there. And it also states that these are replicas. So these are not the original ones. And that right there talks about how the printing press increased the impact of the syllabary. And it says, in the beginning, Cherokees had to handwrite each page they produced. Then the Cherokee Nation bought a printing press. With it, they could print dozens of pages in the time it took to write one by hand. The Cherokee Nation created a bilingual newspaper. Cherokee words quickly traveled far and wide. Their influence was powerful. And it says, in 1834, the state of Georgia seized the Cherokee Nation's printing press. And that was a surveyor's compass there. And it says he was called upon from all quarters for the alphabet. He wrote them off without a charge for all who called on him. And it says the final journey. During his final years, Sequoyah was well respected. He had become a leader and statesman. Politics threatened with the Cherokees from within and without. Divided factions turned to Sequoyah to help them settle their differences. He worked hard to keep the Cherokee people united. In 1842, Sequoyah made a trip to Mexico. He hoped to find Cherokees who had fled there and convince them to come back. Sadly, Sequoyah himself never returned home. He died in Mexico in 1843. Right there and see what he does. Oh, he must want me to come closer. Apparently not. So this says the spirit of Sequoyah. Sequoyah's gift of literacy changed the Cherokee people forever.
At the beginning of your visit with us, you saw me as a Cherokee infant in my mother's arms, and then you were led through the hardships and accomplishments of my life. You also learned about some of the people who were helpful and some who were not throughout the creation of what you know as the Cherokee syllabary. Through the use of the syllabary, the Cherokee people attained the ability to read and write our spoken language. You also heard about some of the honors that I received for this creation. But the greatest personal reward I received was getting to witness those who first read and spoke the words and sounds and now write their own words in response. One of those first ones was my own daughter, Ayoka. Could you have interesting ideas that could help others? I imagine you might, but know that it takes hard work. Know that to do things through Yukta the right way means that we must think and work together with strong determination, judgment, and compassion. Think about it. Thank you for visiting. We will see each other again.
So that is super cool. So this talks about Sequoyah's lasting legacy. It says your invention of the alphabet is worth more to your people than 2 bags full of gold in the hands of every Cherokee. And that was by Sam Houston, adopted citizen of the Cherokee Nation and American politician. And this right here shows the different ways that his name is honored. And it talks about the 7 clans. You got the wolf, the blue or bear, long hair or lion, paint or hawk, bird, deer, and the wild potato or savannah. So whenever you get done with the museum inside, then you come on the outside, and they have a lovely stage over there set up that says Sequoyah Birthplace Museum. And I'm gonna guess that they have talks out there, or maybe they put on shows or something, because it's got plenty of seating out there. Okay. This is a replica of a house. And we were told that the proper name for this, what we're standing on right now, is a dog trot. Because I guess back in the day, everybody had dogs, so they could just trot right on through the house. So over here, it looks like we have the kitchen area. And they have a really nice loom over there. And a bed. So it's very simple, but it's all you needed, really. And if you ever think about it, that's all we really need now. We just have everything that you can think of, because it's just so convenient to go into a store and be like, you know what? I want that, I'm gonna buy it. So that's how we are in modern society. But back then, they didn't have everything like we do now.
They had to make everything what they got back then.
Yeah, they had to make it. And they also had to make do with what they had.
Yeah.
So you just missed that. Mom says, if you notice, the fireplace is not put together with mortar. It is just stacked on there pretty much.
Well, except, is that a piece of iron that they got them bricks on the very bottom at the hearth?
I think they got things in there you can put your pots on.
I'm talking about.
Well, that's bricks down there on the bottom.
No, it's right here. It covers it.
I'm not sure what that is.
Metal.
Well, anyway, it's not held together by what they
It's
put them together with today.
Water in it or mixing it. Nothing.
So as we trot across this dog trot, we shall trot over to the other room. So that couldn't have been the kitchen because it had a bed in it. But this right here looks like it's an information exhibit. And obviously I cannot stand here and read all this because I would be in here for the rest of the day.
And then you close at a certain time.
They close at 5, so I do not have enough time to stand in here and read all these things because I do love to read. So I would just have to do it the quick and easy way. And on these things, it shows the difference between how the Cherokees view the things and the English-speaking people did. I think that one right there might be a screen because it's looking different than what the rest of them do. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's made out of mesh instead of what everything else is made out of. And this lovely thing over here is a blacksmith shop. I'm gonna guess that they probably have maybe sometimes living history demonstrations out here. And over there they have a lovely fish on a pole. I don't know why, but they do.
Other than that, you have to have a class to know what's going on back there.
Yeah. But anyway, I do have some more boards I can read out front whenever we get out there.
Yep.
And then we can hit the road. And I can't remember if I showed these a while ago whenever I was doing the video earlier. So here they go again. But that was the blacksmith shop. That was the house. And that right there shows the different Indians of North America. So this is the same kind of thing they had over there at Fort Loudoun. It talks about a path through time. And the Turnpike Trail has existed for over 1,000 years. And it says the earliest European maps on the area note the trail as a connector between Cherokee territories and the coastal ports of Charleston and Savannah. In 1756, British soldiers hauled weapons and supplies across the trail to establish Fort Loudoun. In the early 1800s, the trail was converted into a toll road and turnpike. In 1838, over 3,000 Cherokees traveled over the Unicoi Turnpike during the Trail of Tears. So this says dedicated to William F. Bill Martin, who lived from 1937 to 2002. He was a community leader and proud member of the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, board member of the Sequoyah Birthplace Museum, and trustee of the Washington College Academy, a friend and advocate of the arts and Native American cultural heritage, a friend to all. It says, thank you, friend. And this talks about the Tennessee Overhill experience from furs to factories. And it says Overhill fur and hide trade. From the beginning of the 18th century until the American Revolution, Cherokee hunters and trappers traded tens of thousands of animal pelts for manufactured goods imported by licensed British traders. The first resident trader in the Overhill town settled at Tennessee, Tennessee in 1711. Unchecked harvesting of animals for commercial purposes severely depleted the Cherokees' main sources of meat, especially the white-tailed deer. Incoming trade goods transformed or replaced many traditional Cherokee crafts. This deerskin trade soon made to the Cherokees economically dependent on foreigners. It also made fortunes for middlemen and entrepreneurs in the port city of Charleston, now South Carolina, and in England, where this new wealth helped spark the Industrial Revolution. And this talks about the Cherokee Heritage Trails. And I really cannot read that one too clearly. But if you can make it out, go ahead. The sun is very bright right now. So here's the one final look of this. If you're ever in the area, I have to highly suggest coming here. It was very, very nice. So this is the sign at the road. It says this is the Sequoyah Birthplace Museum and also the Trail of Tears National Historic Trail. So that's what happened here. It was a very, very good place to visit. Got some very realistic looking mannequins in there, and it's just really impressive. Anyway, I'm gonna do my closing out in a bit. So we're gonna hit the highway now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video for the Sequoyah Birthplace Museum. I had found out about that whenever I found out about Fort Loudoun. So I was like, we can go there. And it was very well worth the $5 admission to get in. So anyway, this shows that he lived from 1776 to 1843. And the museum is open year-round, Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5, and on Sunday from noon to 5 p.m. And there is an admission fee, but it's worth it. So the brochure says they called him Sequoyah, and this great Cherokee gave his people a gift that will endure forever. He gave them a writing system so that the greatness of the Cherokee nation will live forever. Sequoyah was born in 1776 in the village of Tuskegee, which was very near where the museum is today. His father was Nathaniel Gist, a Virginian fur trader. His mother was Watia, a daughter of a Cherokee chief. Sequoyah married a Cherokee, had a family, and was a silversmith by trade. Sequoyah and the other Cherokees enlisted on the side of the United States under General Andrew Jackson to fight the Red Stick Creeks during the War of 1812. Although Sequoyah was exposed to the concept of writing early in his life, he never learned the English alphabet. He began to toy with the idea of a Cherokee writing system in 1809. During the war, he became convinced of the necessity of literacy. You have to excuse Mother over there eating her Cheetos.
I didn't know she was brown.
For the Cherokee people. Unlike the other soldiers, he and fellow Cherokees were not able to write letters home, read military orders, or record events as they occurred. After the war, Sequoyah began in earnest to create an exclusive writing system for the Cherokee. He began by creating symbols that could make words, reducing thousands of Cherokee thoughts to 87 symbols, then later changed to 86 symbols representing sounds. Sequoyah made a game of this new writing system and taught his little girl, Ayoka, how to make the symbols. In 1821, after 12 years working on the new writing system, he and his daughter introduced the syllabary to the Cherokee people. Within a few months, thousands of Cherokees became literate. By 1825, much of the Bible and numerous hymns had been translated into Cherokee. By 1828, they were publishing the Cherokee Phoenix, the first national bilingual newspaper, along with religious pamphlets, educational materials, and legal documents. In recognition of his contributions, the Cherokee Nation awarded Sequoyah a silver medal struck in his honor and a lifetime literary pension. He continued to serve the Cherokee people as a statesman and diplomat until his death in 1843. So, this opens up. So, they have all this lovely information inside. And it says, never before or since in the history of the world has one man, not literate in any language, perfected a system for reading and writing a language. So it's really nice. And they do have annual events. One of them is Sequoyah Remembrance Day. It's the first Sunday of August. So apparently they do that every year. Yep. And they also have free admission on that day. So if you want to go the first Sunday in August if you don't want to pay. But I highly suggest paying. It's worth it. And they also have the Cherokee Arts and Crafts Festival, which is the weekend after Labor Day. And that's held every September, the first weekend after Labor Day, on the Sequoyah Birthplace Museum grounds. And they have 2 days of Cherokee dances, music, food, and beautiful Native American and Appalachian handmade crafts and products. And they also have a Facebook page. I was not aware of that. I'm going to have to find it now. And while we did not walk over there, it says the Cherokee Memorial on the museum grounds is the common burial site for the remains of the 18th century Cherokee from sites of former towns along the Little Tennessee River flooded by Tellico Reservoir. And, you know, the lady told us about that, but we didn't go over there. I didn't know what it was. But this right here is how it looks. Right there. If you go, make sure you walk over there. If I ever go back, I'll walk over there next time. So, Mom, how did you enjoy the trip out there?
It was good.
thought it was very interesting.
It was very
I learned things I didn't know.
It was very educational.
It was very educational.
I like anything I didn't know nothing about, and I learned something from it. That's what I like.
Well, I would have to say both places we went today over here in
Yes.
wherever we at, Vonore.
What is it?
It starts with a V.
I would call it Verno.
It's Vonore, Tennessee. So hopefully we have pronounced that correctly. So, and the man at Fort Loudoun told me how to pronounce it. I have to repeat it numerous times if it's not something that I always do or say to know quite well. But anyway, we're going with that. So, hopefully you enjoyed the video. It was fun and educational, I think. We've never been there before. Maybe you have. If you haven't, congratulations. If you watched the whole video, you win as well. So, with that, we're gonna say bye. I don't think Mom's gonna do her thing. No, she wasn't doing her thing. Half the time.
Subscribe if you haven't.
Half the time it doesn't matter if she's driving or not. She'll say, please subscribe. So, if you haven't already subscribed and you would like to, feel free to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell.
I would appreciate it.
She would appreciate it. Then she wouldn't have to beg everybody at the end of each video to please subscribe. So, but anyway, if you did make it this far, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And we shall see you in another video that'll be taking place tomorrow. But I don't know when you'll see it, because as of right now, these videos are coming out 1 per day, even though I'm filming 3 or 4 a day. So this one probably will hit by the time I'm back in South Carolina, actually. So anyway, hope you enjoy. Bye.